This massive German Shepherd refused to leave this little girl's side, and what happened next changed everything. The first time I brought my newborn daughter home, I'll be honest, I was terrified. 7 German Shepherds living under one roof, and now a tiny, fragile baby? Everyone told me I was crazy. If you're still watching and haven't subscribed yet, I have to say, it breaks my heart a little. This story is about loyalty, trust, and the kind of bond that proves love has no limits. Hit that subscribe button if you believe animals can teach us what family really means. Her name is Sophie, and from the moment she opened her eyes in our home, she wasn't alone. My husband brought one of her blankets to the dogs before she even arrived. I'll never forget watching them sniff that tiny piece of fabric, their ears perked up, tails wagging slowly, almost confused. What is this smell? Who is this new little creature? When Sophie finally came through the front door, wrapped in my arms, I held my breath. Would they bark? Would they crowd her? Would instinct kick in the wrong way? But what happened instead still makes me emotional. They approached slowly, one by one, noses twitching. The biggest one, a male named Titan, stopped a few feet away and just sat down, like he understood, like he knew she was precious. Do you think animals really understand when something is fragile? Or is it just instinct? Within days, Sophie wasn't just a baby in the house. She was their baby. If she cried, ears would shoot up from every corner. If she laughed, tails would wag in unison. And if I left the room for even a minute, there was always at least one dog lying beside her crib, standing guard. People ask me all the time, "Aren't you scared? What if something goes wrong?" And I get it, I really do. These are big dogs, powerful jaws, strong bodies. But here's the thing, they're not just big, they're smart, they're aware, and more importantly, they're gentle with her in a way I've never seen them be with anything else. One afternoon, Sophie was crawling across the living room floor. She was maybe 8 months old, still wobbly, still learning. She reached out and grabbed onto the fur of our female shepherd, Freya. I started to move toward them, worried Sophie might pull too hard. But before I could take a step, Freya turned her head, looked at Sophie, and just waited. Didn't flinch, didn't pull away. She let Sophie use her as support to stand up. My daughter's first steps weren't holding my hand, they were holding on to Freya's back. Have you ever seen a moment that made you realize you were wrong about something? As Sophie grew, so did the bond. She started copying them. I'm not exaggerating. She'd crawl on all fours even when she could walk. She'd tilt her head to the side when she heard a noise, just like they do. One time, I caught her trying to drink water from their bowl. I couldn't even be mad. She thought she was one of them. And honestly, they thought so too. But out of all 7 dogs, there's one who chose her. His name is Shadow, a massive black and tan shepherd with a scar above his left eye from a run-in with a fence years ago. He's the calmest of the pack, the observer, the thinker, and from day one, he decided Sophie was his responsibility. If she's in the yard, Shadow is 3 feet behind her. If she's on the couch, he's on the floor below. If she wanders toward the street, he moves in front of her and blocks the way. No training, no commands, just instinct. There was one day that really showed me how deep this connection goes. Sophie was about 2 years old. We were at the park and she ran ahead toward the playground. I was watching, but I didn't see the older kid on the bike speeding down the path, not paying attention. Shadow did. He bolted past me, positioned himself between Sophie and the bike, and stood firm. The kids swerved, startled, but no one got hurt. Shadow didn't bark, didn't growl, just stood there until the danger passed. Then he walked back to Sophie, licked her face, and sat down beside her like nothing happened. Would you trust an animal with your child's safety? Or does that cross a line? I know some people think it's risky, that dogs are unpredictable, that kids and large breeds don't mix. But I've seen the opposite. I've watched Sophie fall asleep using Shadow as a pillow. I've seen her share her snacks with him, one piece for her, one piece for him. I've watched her cry into his fur when she's upset, and I've seen him stay perfectly still, like he knows she needs him. She's 4 now, and when I ask her who her best friend is, she doesn't say a name from preschool. She says Shadow every single time. They're inseparable, and I genuinely believe that growing up with these dogs has made her kinder, braver, and more understanding than most kids her age. She doesn't see size or species, she just sees family. Of course, we're careful. I never leave her alone with them unsupervised. I teach her how to respect their space, their food, their signals. And the dogs, they've been nothing but patient. Even when she accidentally steps on a tail or pulls an ear, they just move away gently. No snapping, no aggression, just grace. Some people say I'm lucky, that I just happen to have calm dogs, but I don't think it's luck. I think it's love. I think they see her the way we do, as something worth protecting, as someone who belongs. If you've ever had a pet that changed your life, you know what I'm talking about. That feeling when you realize they're not just animals, they're companions, guardians, teachers. Sophie is growing up in a home where loyalty isn't just a word, it's a way of life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So here's my question for you. Do you think children and large dogs can truly grow up together safely, or are some risks just not worth taking? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts.